You know, protecting a 10. I mean, it's hard for him to have the jack. He checked back the flop.
Right, this is one of the best. This is one of the best hands you can have when he wants to fold it. I mean, he just can't fold, surely.
Yeah, it doesn't. He's he's repping a boat. Like, what boat does he have? I guess
Oh,
ace.
there we go. We're not expecting that. I mean, there aren't. What hands does he check call, and then lead jam? And Aaron just giving nothing away, isn't he? I mean, try and get a read on that face.
No, he's not giving it up. Not giving much up. Carry Cat's in the tank here. Carry got a double, held a flip, and now.
Could have tens.
Would he check tens twice? It's an agony.
That's right. It is a weird spot. I mean, at first I was thinking Carry just has to call, but at the same time, like, what hands does Aaron get to the river with?
Queen king, ace queen,
right.
Ace king.
Bluffing me?
But does he expect him just to bet these on the flop, or at least bet them on the turn?
I can't beat a jack, and I can't beat.
Pretty comfortable with my hand at this point.
Wow. Pretty comfortable hand at this point. Wow.
LFA is gonna go with the old library. Got a little reaction out of him. This is serious.
I was ecstatic with that river until you jammed. You're only got a pot control on that board. King queen. King queen, you're probably going all in. Flop.
Piecing it together, Jeff.
What would you do with a queen jack? You probably maybe check that for pot control.
At the turn,
you'd probably induce me. Only thing I can beat is some totally snap decision where you're just bluffing because you have nothing.
I think he's gonna call.
I think it's really tough. Like I say, like you don't expect king queen to check the flop, ball check the turn. Like
I'm gonna fold.
No, Carry. My goodness, this guy's savage.
It's a really weird spot.
Uh-oh.
Show the ace.
That's all right.
Yeah, show the ace. I mean, you got to show the queen there, right? This the dirty card that shows the queen.
Hey guys, just going on a 5-minute break and then we'll be right back.
Could he make a 3-better?
He's thinking about it again, isn't it? I don't like it again with this. These hands are so disastrous
Oh
when
my
it goes
goodness.
wrong, and he has
Stepped
gone for
into
it.
And he made a misstep here, and Ivan is gonna love what he sees. Oh,
wow.
Oh, he's got the spade though. It's
wow. Well, it's looking pretty
river,
good now.
Mr. Ivan.
One card away from taking a big chip lead. Heads up against Sam Trickett.
Sam is thinking. Oh, he does it with the 4
okay.
spades.
He played good.
Getting peely here with the Jack 8 suited. Doesn't seem to ever do it. Just get it done. I don't know. Tricky hand.
It's the same in short deck and then hold them right. It's
just tricky hand. Okay, gonna take great card for the Jack 8.
All right, undercard and gives him that gut shot.
And Aaron, non-believer.
Can have a little look. I mean, has 2 overs, has a gut shot. And wow.
Oh, you got
All right, welcome back, guys. We have a little bit left until this gets going. I was just watching this hand with Carrie and Aaron. Carrie Katz is one of my favorite players, I have to say. He's such a nice guy, and I think he's really, you know, with everything he's trying to do at poker, I think it's a really good thing. All right, so now there is a little bit of a delay, and we decided to put it on a 3-minute delay and show the cards. Might be better to watch. All right, also there is $11 winner ticket winners for this hour. Let me just grab this. Okay, so Asterwin, Krissy, Kix85, Nick Star, and Pedro Halleck all win $11 tickets. Congrats, guys. Okay. All right, maybe this guy didn't realize the break was... We're back. Hurry. I'm actually kind of excited. I understand it's a free roll and I don't have to play perfect poker, but I still kind of want to try to win. And I actually missed it. Can someone in the chat tell me, did Carrie call? Versus Aaron? I hope he did. The hand that was showing on the break there. One of my favorite things that's happened in poker in the last couple years is all the from all these events. It's so good. There's so much poker to watch. That's really, really good. So she 3-bet me. She checks. I'll check. I have a lot of good turn cards for me, and who knows, maybe ace-high. It's good. Mary likes to 3-bet. I'm kidding, I like it. Ace-high would be good. I bet you she has a better ace-high. She probably has like ace-jack, but I'm not gonna try to bluff her. Oh, she's king 10. Sweet. Even better. Even better. But yeah, there's so much good poker footage to watch, and someone asked earlier what I do to get better and train, and I actually think that that's a really, really good way to learn too, is watching these streams, especially if you're going to be playing versus people. But you know, watching like the big main events, I think you can see people's emotions, you know, throughout the day, throughout the tournament, and just understanding the, I guess, like highs and lows of the game a little bit better, and you get to see how people react to different things. I think that it's a really good learning tool. So unfortunately there's only so many hours in a day, and I do like playing poker more than watching poker, so that's kind of my favorite thing to do. But anyway, so I have a very uncomfortable chair, and I'm curious if anyone has really good chair recommendations to send them, because I'm in the market for a new one. I was recommended this one. It's called, I feel kind of bad giving it bad publicity, honestly, because maybe it just doesn't fit for me. But I absolutely hate this chair that I'm sitting in. I won't say what it is, because I think that maybe it would work for other people. I don't know. And I like the concept behind the chair, which is why I bought it. But I need a new one, is my point. I had a on chair, which I loved, so I might just get that again. I'm a little short. I'm like 5'2", so it helps getting chairs that you can get in different sizes, what that Herman Miller one has. And it was pretty crazy, I swear. Like, I would never have back pain or anything, so that's pretty sick. Oh, Ivan. Oh no, wait. Wow, we have 2 Ivans at our table. I can't remember which one was the aggressive one. I think it was this one. Yeah. Damn, He has more chips than me. Okay. I'm not gonna play that one though. But I'm in 7th place. Pretty good. We have we're in level 8. Reg closes at level 12, so that's when it will be pretty fun. Yeah. Oh, wow, Carrie folded. Thank you guys for telling me what happened with that hand. Or he called. Someone said he folded, someone said he calls, someone said how did he fold? Wow. Well, I'm sure he would have been tilted to see that. That's what I love about Carrie too, is I feel like he... Oh, Ivan, go away. Come on. Now do I just spike call him here? I mean, I'd have a huge stack. What the heck? Ivan. Damn, I mean, I would have such a big stack. I hate that. Please don't throw that one at me. I don't like that one. I really don't like that. I'm gonna fold. Sad. You could have at least showed. Some of these emojis are really mean. So wait, so did Carrie fold or call? I feel like someone said he called, but then most people said he folded. Anyway. What do you guys, should I call the king queen? I don't know. The password for the free roll is love party. We have 1,200 people in. Let's see some more. What? Oh, a Maxnomic, and it's pretty amazing, though a little pricey. Well, I think it's worth it to invest in a good chair. I'm gonna look that one up. Maxnomic. The one that I'm looking at is pretty pricey too. It's a Herman Miller. I just haven't ordered. Oh, I thought for a second this is what I had. Oh, wow, these look fancy. All right, Mary, I'm just giving you a walk. You're too tough, aggressive. 10-3 off. Oh, these look pretty cool. Do they have... Oh, that's so cool because you can put your height and your weight. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Sweet, thank you so much. Ender versus put that in the chat. Thank you. I'm actually, think I'm really gonna look. The one I have now, see, I'm scared to say it because I don't want to screw them up in any way, but I guess there's not that many people watching. It's called the X chair. It was supposed to be built by, I think, like physiotherapists and things like that. X chair. I had a Herman Miller forever, which I love. And let's see what happens here. Let me just go back to there. And honestly, their customer service has been so good. Maybe I should reach out to them. I don't know. And I don't know if this guy's gonna bluff here or not. I mean, he has a flush or a missed flush draw, right? I mean, I guess he could have a 9 or something. All right. All right. So yeah, anyways, it's an X chair. But these look really interesting. Does anyone else have this? A Maxnomic? I know we're supposed to be talking about poker, but chairs are important too, because when you're playing online poker, it can last a long time. But see, that's pretty cool because I think height and size is a really big thing, and I'm like kind of tiny. So a chair that would fit someone else. Let me read what other people have. I have a Secret Lab Omega, and I love it. What's that? I haven't heard of these ones. Secret Lab Omega. Okay, I'm actually appreciating this a lot, guys. Thank you. Yeah, I was only looking at, wow, these are all like gaming chairs that you guys are sending me, I guess. Ooh, these look nice too. Oh yeah, see. Awesome, thanks guys, because I've actually spent a lot of time looking and all I came up with was like the standards, Herman Miller and stuff. I'm just gonna call. Yeah, Carrie folded. Oh, I know I'm showing my cards now, someone said. Sorry, Krissy was joking. What did you say? Now I missed it. Is it mean? Oh, that he called. I see. He folded. Someone asked if there was a version of poker where they changed the rank of cards, like queen outranks king, or that sort of thing. How long would you need to adjust? I don't think it would take that long. I think it would probably take, I'm gonna make a random guess here and answer the question very seriously. I think it would probably take playing for 8 hours. I think I could adjust. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think so. Yeah, I didn't see how that hand versus Carrie and Aaron played out, but I guess it was a spot where Carrie just felt like he was bluff catching and didn't think Aaron was bluffing. I guess he thought he was representing a flush. Ooh. All right. Guess we'll try to set up a river shot here. I might be playing this free roll way too seriously. I don't know. You're gaming. I'm still looking back at these chairs. That's really cool. Yeah, it's surprising that I guess there's lots of chairs on the market now, but I definitely, if anyone out there, if you play online poker, invest in a good chair if you can. Like, don't make excuses. It's so important. It makes such a big difference. Wealth is no good if you don't have your health. Oh, he got an X chair too, but it took a while to adjust. Yeah, it's weird. It's just a little bit, I don't know what it is. Everything just feels not in the right position, and yeah. Oh, and that's the groupie. Hey, thank you. That's funny. Yeah, I did have a Herman Miller. Yeah, I love them. I think I might do that too. But now I see all these other ones. Oh, the Secret Lab loves it. Quite firm. I like a firm chair. Oh, interesting. Cool. Good to know, guys. Guy says I have a cheap gaming chair he bought from the supermarket. That could work too sometimes, I guess. I don't know. All right, I think I'm gonna bust somebody here. Yep, James. Sorry. Wow, I'm second in chips. This is fun. Huh. Joseph calls, leaving himself 30 big blinds behind. Why would he do that? Is he trapping me? Oh, he was trapping me. Ace. Oh, I'm filming. Damn. That's cool. Thanks guys for coming on the stream, and girls too. Trying to think of like a game we could play while playing poker, but the only thing I can think of is karaoke. I could sing, but I don't think anyone would stay around because it wouldn't be very fun for anybody. All right, I'm gonna try to get some chips back from Joseph. This might not go too well. I just saw what someone said in chat. See if I can get a bluff through. I might need to fire more than one. Uh-oh. I feel like if I bet the turn, I need to bet the river too. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I'll do that. Maybe I'll just go big. Hey! Oh, I don't have the show feature on. Oh well. Anyway. Okay. The groupie, do you stream? I'm sorry if I should know that. I just don't actually follow Twitch very much. But this is, it's fun, but it's interesting. It's easy to play one table. This is fun and easy, but the people who do like full sessions, that's tough. Do I ever play Alex Heads Up? No, not really. Only if we get Heads Up, which we did recently. Yeah, that would be fun. Maybe we could do some sort of heads up challenge thing. I don't know. Yeah, you do get what you pay for sometimes. But even, it's funny, sometimes, you know, maybe it's just, it doesn't work for you too, even if it's expensive. But I do agree, there's obviously more details and stuff. And it's like, and mattresses, not things to skimp on. That's for sure. So how much time do we have left in, okay, we have 2 more levels of reg. I'm 16th in chips. Okay, I don't think I need to try doing too much. I'm gonna, I don't want to get all in before reg is closed. I don't want to have a starting stack. I'm doing pretty good. GG. Oh no, that doesn't mean he's shoving, does it? Don't do it. I want to see a flop. Okay, he's gonna let me suck out on him first. I'll say good game, sorry. Oh, Lisa, hey. Ah, Mary! She's trapping? What's with all you guys trapping everything? Ah. Damn. I'm guessing Steven's not gonna fold. Oh, he folds. I mean, I don't know. I could gamble here. It's not that great if I hit them. I'll fold. Let's see. Nice hand, Mary. Oh, is there a bounty on me? Yes. Yes, you'll win a $22 Predator ticket if you bust me. But look at Steven trying to bluff the girl. Maybe, well, I was going to say. I mean, what's he doing 3-bet folding? This is an interesting spot. Maybe I'll call and fold? If he shove? I don't know. Am I supposed to know what to do here? I just see someone saying, now I know how many golf balls fit in a school bus. All right, I'm gonna fold. Oh, wow, aces. Well, we wouldn't have done very well. How's this guy got queens? What the heck? Oh, wow, that's sick. Ah, cool. That sounds good. Hiding from Twitter, that's what I'm doing right now. Jeez. Part of me that wants to chime in on all the nonsense going on Twitter. But that would take a lot of my time, honestly, and I think it's a lot of negativity. And I guess I would just say, for what it's worth, is that I can't. I'm gonna bite my tongue. Let's see a flop with Mary. I mean, I have a gut shot, but let's see. But yeah, I don't know. There's so much to do. Rooting for you. Me? Aw, thank you. I don't know. I feel like I could probably sit down and talk about the whole topics being talked about on Twitter for a long time, but I don't really want to. It's just, nothing's perfect, but I feel like we've come a long way. I think that, to me, I will say this, I think that the biggest shame with the whole Dan Bilzerian thing is more of what he represents and stands for culturally. And I think that even more so than just don't like his image and morals, I think that they definitely don't represent my feelings or how I view anything like that. Nice. And I just think promoting anyone in that way who promotes those types of values is pretty sad. And obviously I don't want to see that tied to poker. And I think, you know, the females that participate in his whole thing kind of suck too. I don't respect them at all. I don't care if they're getting paid. I think, again, it's like, who cares? You don't just do anything for money. And I think it's just sad seeing that kind of stuff. So, but I just, you know, try to lead by example and do what I can. And I think that I've had, overall, been treated very well by the poker world. And I think most poker rooms, you know, the staff has always been so friendly to me, beyond friendly. I don't know. My boyfriend definitely gets hit on more than I do at the tables. I've seen it. He's always getting comments about the way he looks. And I know that people would say it's different, but I don't know. I just, it's funny. So I just try not to be too sensitive about stuff. I think that most of the time people don't mean poorly. And when they do, those are the types of people we just have to ignore. I don't know. Anyways, whatever. How do we learn what beats what? Oh, in poker, there's definitely, you could get a hand ranking thing. Yeah, Google winning hands and no limit. Used to say 2 things. You don't go cheat. One is bed. I'm trying to read this comment in the chat. My grandfather used to say 2 things. You don't go cheat. One is your bed, and the other is your shoes. If you are not in one, you are in the other. I don't get it. Huh. Give me your chips. It's so funny that I know it's just hard to... I'm trying. I mean, if I get a good hand, I'll give my chips away. I'm not just gonna punt it. I want to win. If I'm gonna sit here and play. Wow, I'm not doing that well anymore, actually. Okay, I'm 16th. Sorry, I saw a different update. And okay, we're in level 10. I'm excited for Reg to close, actually, because I think it'll feel a bit more real. And it's pretty sick. Like $1,000 is getting being given out in the prize pool. I think that's really cool. Yeah, the groupie just said going in the Twitter black hole. It really is. Yes, yes, you're right, Lisa. We just stay away from it. I agree. And I think the best thing any female in poker can do is just get out there and play, and don't let anyone make you feel like you shouldn't, or you don't. What I've always done, and when I think of who's inspired me the most, like someone like, Jennifer Harmon, Vanessa Selps, they just had an aura, on high stakes poker. Jennifer, she just always seemed like she was at the table and she belonged there, and she didn't question that, and nobody else questioned that. And that was very palpable to me. I think she was treated quite well. I think she's really good. I respect her so much. And Vanessa Selps, even, she's just a sicko and a boss, and she's not gonna let some, idiot make a comment and turn her away from trying to crush and do her thing. So yeah. Yeah, just ignore it. The groupie says she wants to grind this weekend, so just ignore the Twitter stuff. I do think sometimes, we just... It's so easy to... You pull up Twitter, think you're going on for 10 minutes or something, and then time goes by, and it's like, what could we have done in that time? And that's kind of what I've been trying to remind myself lately. It's like I could, whatever, cook something, go to the gym, read a book, like just better my mind with something. But I do appreciate the people who chime in and speak up, and in a way I feel a little bit bad that I don't have that. I don't know if it's necessarily courage, but I do think that my boyfriend's getting hit on by guys. Yes, not girls. Well, I don't know, maybe not in front of me. Definitely wouldn't be happy about that. But no, it's actually kind of funny. He gets so much attention from guys, just about whatever, how big he is, or yeah, it's kind of funny. But I do think that it's a shame that, if 99% of things are positive, to just blow up the 1%, is, I'm not sure if it's worth it. And I think that in life, there's going to be bullies in every single, walk of life ever. And one thing I can say is I really do feel like some of the negativity that I've had is even from females in poker. So that's what's confusing too. I don't know. I just think, why are we focusing so much on gender in something where it shouldn't matter, is what I would say. So ditch the ladies events. Let's all play together and be happy and have fun. And, guys trash talk each other and whatever. I don't know. Let's see. Party should sign. Oh, Vanessa. Yeah, there's a bounty. If you knock me out, you get a $22 ticket. And Reg is almost closing, guys, so get in if you haven't yet. Please come play. It's fun. Especially with poker. I think it's, I mean, I've been playing poker for 16 years. Oh God. Ugh. Makes me feel so old. That's scary. But every day I try to remind myself how important, and I know my friend Lisa is in the chat and she would certainly be the first to agree with me with this, is that, you know, mindset and focusing on the positive and being positive is just, I think it's huge in everything in life, but so much in poker too. Just can't be a victim. You know, it's so easy to just, oh, I ran bad in the spot, I'm so unlucky, da da da, and then you put your energy there, and I just think it kind of puts you in a spot to attract more of that even. But anyways, this is my mental strategy rant. To each their own. But I do think I read something in that whole thread. See, again, it's hard to pull yourself away. But in this Twitter thread, for anyone wondering what I'm talking about, there's a Twitter thread about women in poker and misogyny and whatever. And within the thread, there's women bashing men. And that's where I think it doesn't make sense. Because if we want to fight for equality, then, you know, why are we having events that only women can play? Or why are we bashing men? Someone said, I can't remember what it was exactly. Wow, he very quickly clicked it back, which I don't like. Steven, what are you doing? I'm going to call. This is interesting, but I can't really see him. I mean, if he clicked it back to kind of get to showdown with a different ace or queen. I'm gonna fold. Please show. Maybe I can ask him. Oops, I can't even type. Okay, please. No, he probably doesn't have that feature on either. I don't know. Maybe I should just call the flop. I think check raise is fine though. He's still gonna call with a lot of overstands. 777, is that a set? Yay, what? No, he clicked it back on the flop with sevens. I'm not, wow. Wow. So I was right on the flop. Damn, sick. Sick turn. Longest cold streak. Oh wow. I mean, poker's so rough. It's crazy. That's the thing. I can't even stress that to any. You know, people just see lights and they see the good moments, but I promise you, there's weeks that are tough. Someone said, how old am I? 36? No, not 36. Oh, then they said 32. Keep guessing. Keep guessing. Aw, thank you, Lisa. She's sweet. And yeah, anyway. I won't go into the whole bullying thing, but I think also, like, you know, stick up for yourself. I'm just like I'm 5'1" or 2 and went into a poker room when I was 18, being feisty. I got in fights when I was younger with, you know, men who are a little bit negative towards me, but it's okay. I feel like I stuck up for myself, and that was reminded myself that most poker rooms are weird because some people, especially non-professionals, get very angry when they're gambling and they're losing. You know, and the comments of, oh, I always lose to a girl or things like that, you just have to shrug it off, I think. Laugh and say, that's right, you always do. Good. And I just take it as a compliment that I just took someone's money. Oh, Mary's also first in, yes. First in a 215 right now. Good luck. That's awesome. Oh, it's the last level, guys. You have 6.5 minutes to enter. So get in if you haven't. I think this is going to be fun. I'm going to try to FT this thing. I really am. I'm so competitive. I just, yeah. Yeah, the thing with ladies events, someone just said they think they're good for fun to get more women into the game, and I don't know. I guess it depends which way you want to look at it. I just think that it kind of, you don't want to even subconsciously give that attitude that, so what, it's not fun playing with guys, or that it's more serious or something. I'm not sure, but yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. That was the only, I mean, that's true. I just played the ladies event for many years too, but I was also playing cash games, so it's an interesting thing. Yeah, someone said they thought I was calling with the ace-10. I really didn't think I had the best hand, honestly. So I don't like to give my chips away. I'm not gonna do that. Sorry. I hope you really had sevens. Okay. So yeah, we have just under 5 minutes left to get in here, guys. Krissy's game under the free roll tab. We have 1,400 people in, but only 566 left. That many entries. But yeah, I'm questioned about that whole topic a lot. And I think it's actually really interesting. That's what's such a pity, is that it's so controversial to talk about, you know, the whole women in poker thing. But I do think it's quite interesting. I just think that I maybe have a different perspective than a lot of people, and I don't know. I don't know how much energy I want to devote speaking all about it. But for me, no one should feel like they shouldn't be able to play if they want to play. But I fully believe that poker is always going to be mainly men. It's how fashion is going to draw more women. I really do believe that. Did I see this question before where you said longest cold streak, or was that a repeat? I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't really know. I just know that I've definitely had like a few months of poker, various times. It was really tough. In tournaments, I mean, they're so top heavy. If you're playing big fields where all the money is, you know, let's say top 3, top 5, and you have to beat a field of, you know, hundreds of players, thousands of players, the variance in that becomes very real, and that's tough. You know, if you're on a downswing and then you just finished 10th out of 2,000 people and you got no money, it's like, it's mentally incredibly challenging, and I've been there. But usually it's the moments where I really feel like, oh my gosh, I almost want to quit poker, which has happened a few times. Not that I want to quit, but I just felt like hopeless, or that, you know, it doesn't matter what I do, I can't win, or something like that. Because you get in these mindsets, right? In downswings. Usually after I've really hit the bottom and I'm fed up, then I'll have a day where I run really good to just kind of, I feel like it almost slaps me in the face and gives me that reassurance that, you know what, sometimes we sit down and it's like we can't lose. And sometimes the opposite. And obviously winning is way more fun. And yeah, someone said women aren't equally attracted to poker as men are. Yeah, I think that's true to some extent. I think that that's kind of proven in you know, our biology and our brains, in being competitive and risk-taking. And I love poker. Like, I absolutely love poker so much. And I know that the women that I do know, they, you know, who are into poker, they love it too. So it's certainly not, you know, can't always generalize. There's always going to be exceptions. But I think on a whole, you know, and then women have kids and things like that. And it takes a lot of time to devote to be good at poker. Oh, my friend Ivan. Wait, is this the right one? I wonder if I should 3-bet him or just call. You know what? I'm gonna raise. You know, it just goes all in, but that's pretty funny. He said, I think Steven just wrote in the chat, how can I send a pic when he turned the set? That's nice. I'm glad that I made a good fold. Poker's so funny, but being wrong. Oh, I'm just reading Lisa's comments about it's such an interesting topic, ladies in poker and everything. Maybe one day there should be an interesting podcast where, you know, we grab people from each side and try to have like a controlled discussion about the whole thing. I don't know. I don't know if it really even matters. I think there's a couple things that matter to me. You don't market towards men only. I think that's a huge thing, and something that definitely I feel strongly about. And I think that we see less of that now than we ever did, which is great. Sorry. Okay, registration is closing. And I'm in, where am I? 27th? 31st. Okay, let's do this. I'm excited. I kind of love that Lisa and the groupie having this discussion. Those are two women in poker who I really have always, well, I would consider friends, and I love both of them, and I think that I highly value their opinions and perspectives on the whole thing. Okay, come on. How long does this take? People are playing long hands. That's fine. I don't really know the exact difference. The groupie just said that there are not biological differences in the risk-taking circuitry. That's cool. That's really interesting. I've just heard people say that. I didn't really know exactly what it is. I don't know what it is then. What is the exact... there's definitely something, do you think? Do you think it's just cultural? Do you think that there's a gender thing? I'm not sure. what I always kind of assumed is that, and I think it's a little bit cultural and biological, you know, that women are a little bit more, I'm sorry, now I'm reading more. I'm gonna drop it. But yeah, I'm interested to hear more about your theories about that. Because I do think that it's probably both. I think it's cultural and biological, personally. I do actually think that. And I've seen a lot of women who don't seem to have like the competitive drive or the focus, or I'm trying to think of the right word for poker, that I think I can see in men more. But yeah, the risk thing I've actually never understood, because I'm definitely not risk adverse. What's my biggest online win in poker? I don't know. I think this last summer, the WSOP event. I think that actually was my largest one. I don't remember the exact number, but I think what I would say with the gender differences is I just think that women and men are hardwired a little bit differently as far as like survival goes, or you know, the hunting, fighting thing. I don't know, but maybe it is just cultural. It's an interesting topic. I just see Mary. She said she's so glad she finished university before she found poker. She'd never finished. She loves it. Yeah, poker's the best. I'm with you. That's why I didn't finish university. That's for sure. It's amazing. Poker's so cool. It never gets boring to me. Yeah. That's true, Groupie, about what you're saying about sides. And I think what I'm meaning is, you know, the people who are pro ladies events or pro women's groups, who have a really strong opinion about, you know, feeling that women are mistreated in the poker world. And then just, you know, the other side of, you know, I definitely think that there's some people who don't necessarily think that ladies events are the way to go, and things like that. But Graham Tussin says he's busted, but that was fun. Awesome. Thanks for playing, Graham. Any comments for how we could make this more fun for next time? That would be cool. I think it's pretty fun. I'd just like to interact with you guys more. So Celerso says he got knocked out. Quads beaten by a straight flush? What? No. That's crazy. That's gross. That's no fun. I took in university, I took criminal psychology or criminology. And then I didn't finish that. So I guess I was just going for a BA in psychology with a, what do you even call that? Whatever, specialization in criminology. But then I ended up, finding poker in that. And then I went actually back to school for holistic nutrition, which I haven't finished, but maybe one day I will. I actually loved that class that I was taking. It was a school called the Institute of Holistic Nutrition in Canada. And it was amazing. Like, I've never been so interested in school. We learned not only just about food and nutrition, but different cultural traditions as far as health goes. There was a course focusing on like traditional Chinese medicine and then Ayurvedic medicine. And I found that really, really interesting. I love learning, kind of about the body and how diet I think the motto of the school was "Let diet be thy medicine," and it's pretty learned so many fascinating things. So that's definitely my passion. Yeah. So one day we'll see. I don't know, but there's only so many hours in the day. Wonder if I should bet again to try to get them to fold. Maybe like a queen 10 or a small pair. So is anyone still in that's in the chat? What's your stack? I know Mary's still in. She's doing well. See, me and Mary, 2 females, taking bet. All right, no more rebuys, so I wonder if we're gonna play a little tighter now. And actually, we're almost in the money, which is pretty cool. Ryan said he's failing his degree for the same reason. What's your degree in? I mean, it's I was just having this discussion today about school versus working and poker, and I think that some structures of, you know, university or college are pretty silly, but if you're going for something you're passionate about and you want to do, then, you know, figuring out what is it that you want. And I think that's the real thing, is what do you want to do? Where's your dreams and aspirations and passion? Where does your passion lie? I think that that's what's important, and being realistic. And, you know, if you're going to play poker, go for it 150%, you know? I think I'm going to bet once more. He could have flush draws. He could have a 9, 5. All right. Yeah, Ryan, you're completely right. There are losing players. I've been thinking that, but yeah, I definitely am a believer in doing what you love. I think that's really important, if you can. To be fair, I think I'll just call here. Let's see a flop. Checks back. Let's go with that. This is kind of interesting. I think, let's see. I think I'm just gonna bet small. Don't think she's gonna raise a better ace. It's not a flush or full house. Maybe get called by a king. Could have spades, and she quickly raises. I feel like if Mary was gonna bluff here, she would go bigger. I don't know. It feels like she's sucking me in here. Mary, show your cards. Show, please. I might just be getting owned so hard. Oh wow, she had the full house. Nice hand, nice hand. Thank you. We made a good fold. All right, I think we have a break here. So we'll be right back, guys.
Oh my. Oh my goodness.
Wow, it comes 10-7-6, the stone cold nuts for Seidel, and top set for Seth Davies. Chan, by the way, is a gut shot and a backdoor nut flush draw.
Davies so under-repped here with tens, just flatting pre. Recognizes strength immediately for Seidel to be continuing on this sort of texture after being called in two spots. He knows that Seidel has either A, connected, or he does have some sort of overpair, potentially a flush draw.
Davies just calls.
Now Seidel wondering, all right, what am I up against? What does Seth Davies have? Is it a hand like 10-9 suited? Could it be as good as a set? Maybe even a flush draw. This is where, once again, we are going to see high-level combat
on the turn.
You see Seidel shutting down. All right, terrible card for me if I am up against a flush draw. Flip the script now. Davies wondering, well, did Seidel make a flush? And he's trying to go for it with a check raise. He does have the 10 of diamonds, so he can remove that sort of holding from Seidel's range. Can never have 10x of diamonds making a flush.
Bet is 300K from Davies. Seidel is 935K behind.
Really difficult. Really difficult spot now for Seidel. Really difficult spot now for Seidel.
Reverse the queen of spades.
Could we possibly see another set go check, check here on the river?
The quick check from Seidel.
If Seidel had pocket jacks, that got there. Potentially queens got there. Obviously, we know all flushes got there. What exactly are we trying to extract value from? Even a hand like ace-king with a diamond, that is now home. Sort of run out could save Seth Davies. Let's see what he decides. You can see there's $1 million in the pot with only 630K behind in Seidel's stack.
All in.
Davies is going to go for it.
And this is absolutely sick. Seidel just doesn't love it, thinking, what am I up against?
Right.
He would never shove two pair, right? I do believe this is at the bottom of Seth Davies' value range here. My goodness, could this work?
Seidel does make the call, and Seidel will double up.
All right, hey guys. We are back, and what is it? Level 14, 15, reg is closed. 495 players left, and I'm sitting in 52. Are you guys still in? Let me know in the chat who's still in here. I know we have Mary on my left. Just gave her a little pot. So she's doing pretty good. I think Steven's in the chat too. Hey, Steven. All right, and we have 5 more winners of the $11 tickets to give out. And the winners are Dorask, Audins _ TTV, All-in Piano Man, the DD77, and Drum _ 9. You guys are all winners of the $11 tickets. Congratulations and good luck. I want to hear a story where someone wins a ticket and does really well. So if you guys win a ticket from one of these and do well, can you guys post something or let me know? Because I don't know. Those are heartwarming stories. It's always fun to hear. And whoever busts me is going to win a $22 ticket. We forget the name of the guy who did bust me first, because this is my re-entry. But all right. Thank you for the nice comment in the chat, Steve Goldie. I really appreciate that, by the way. It's fun doing podcasts, actually. I do enjoy it. I always find could probably go for longer than they do. It's kind of like if anyone watches Joe Rogan's podcast, there's, he goes for at least 3 hours with most guests, and it seems to go by pretty quick. I think when, you find a topic that's interesting, it's easy to talk for a long time. And yeah, I guess I have an easy time talking anyway. But so I do feel like some of the podcasts would be even better if they were longer, because then you can go a little bit more in depth with questions and answers rather than just trying to give like a, quick little thing. But I'm not sure I have the energy or willpower to do a podcast. So leave that to all the other professionals. Thanks. I'm glad to hear you guys are enjoying the stream. If you feel like there's any feedback you could give for the next time we do something like this, definitely share. How can we make this more fun? I think this is fun to do. I like to connect with you guys, so let me know. Awesome. Yoda Masters, 29 big blinds, still in. Good luck. Awesome. Knox fan got a double up, 60 big blinds. Cool. I'm 51st. Okay. I think we have a... Oh. One sec. Alex? A barking little Yorkie here. I'm trying to think what I should size here. I don't think he'd check it back. I don't think he would check back a 10 on the turn. I think I'm just gonna actually bet really small. Possibly I could induce, probably not, but then also just make him make a crying call with a 1-pair hand. Oh, Joseph's here. Cool. Well, sorry, I'm gonna raise your big blind hand. But awesome. Okay. I'm actually really excited to play poker tomorrow. Just playing one table, I'm not used to this, that I'm really excited to play all the tournaments tomorrow. Yeah, longer podcasts. Yeah, what are some podcasts you guys love? I love Joe Rogan's podcast. What else have I been listening to? There's a good fitness one that I like. It's called the Model Health Podcast. I was just listening to that today. I think that's, for example, one really good use of technology and information of the world right now, you know, versus how easy it is to spend time on social media. We have so much access to good, you know, information if you make sure that you're putting that in front of you. And I think it's important. So that's one thing I love. Like, my favorite thing is podcasts. I'm always, pretty much, if I'm cooking, if I'm doing anything, I have a podcast on. I'm trying to think what other ones are really good, but I love hearing podcast recommendations for sure. So please share. But yeah, I've been listening to Joe Rogan's podcast since, God, I think almost like the second year he did it. And we looked the other day, I think he has like 190 days worth of podcasts, or it might be more, of podcast material. It's just insane. I have a lot of respect for him. Thanks, guys. I know. I wish I could stream more. We'll see. It's tough to do, and I don't know. But I appreciate that you guys tune in. I really do. And that you're here. I'm trying to think of some other good podcasts. See, I was saying before, the thing I miss about live poker the most is like sharing information. And yeah, I'm really, at least I walk away from this stream, I have some chair recommendations, which is great. So yeah, can you guys give me podcast recommendations? That would be awesome. If I can give you guys some, because I really like a few podcasts that I listen to. I think that Joe Rogan has a guest, David Goggins, on. And if you want an inspiring, interesting podcast about mental strength and someone, you know, overcoming barriers, and just really inspiring guy, all his podcasts are fantastic. I said it before, but I was talking about Jack Canfield. I was just listening to him on the Model Health Show. That's a great one. He's the author of the Success Principles. Great book. What else? All right. Let's see what we can do with Leandro here. I'm gonna check. Someone said, maybe get Alex to feed my dog. Yeah, the problem with the dog is he is just really on guard duty here. he thinks it's his job to keep us safe, and there's like a pathway of people walking by. So my dog, he's the best. He's really, really, I love him so much, but he does get ambitious about keeping intruders away. So I apologize for the barking. Oh wow, so it looks like we're on the bubble. Yep. All right. Yeah, Joe Rogan's the best podcast. I've learned so much from him and all his guests. I really like Cameron Haynes. Who else is some guests that I really liked that he had? Oh, what is that guy's name? Cam. Oh, it's funny. I actually really like, he's the meat eater guy. Maybe somebody knows. 1 sec, I'm gonna look that up. His name is Steven Ranella. I actually found that to be a really interesting podcast. Yeah, someone says Gary Vee and Grant Cardone are big in the podcast game. Oh, interesting. I've never heard of them. Yeah, I agree. Someone said he really likes Joe Rogan, but not the MMA fighters and the comedian ones. Yeah, actually, those are the ones I skipped too. So I'm with you. But luckily, there's a lot more material. Oh, Mary asked a question. What have been the 2 or 3 most important learning moments for you in poker? What did you learn that improved your game the most? That's really interesting. Let me think. I like these questions. I think there's different aspects. I think you have like the strategic side of poker, and then we have the mental game of poker, which is huge. So I would say the mental game of poker, probably those downswings, the tough times, you know, maybe me playing sessions that were too long, or having really bad results that were a product of my poor choices, and then having to deal with that. And I think that those are always the moments where you really learn lessons and learn more about yourself, about why you would, I don't know, you know, why would I want to play 30 hours straight when I shouldn't, kind of thing. I think I always have those moments I hope they're every few months, but sometimes it's not. But every few months, something will click a little further, whether it might be I don't want to necessarily say see something that somebody else is doing. I'm going to squeeze here. Let's go. Let's see what happens here. Let me think about this for a second, though, because I really do like that question. I think the moments that I've learned from too, as far as the mental game goes, is whenever I've made final tables or had situations come up that really challenged me, they definitely are the moments where, you know, you get stronger and you performing under pressure, performing, you know, whether it might be in front of a camera with hole cards shown, like that was a big barrier I had to overcome of just being like, it doesn't matter, you know, and getting that out of my head that people me. That was a big mental game barrier. And I think once I actually did, it allowed me to play in a way that was way more relaxed and just have way more confidence, I think, in myself in those spots. And I think every time you make a final table, every time you go deeper, every time you win, you gain confidence in that you can do it again. And also, when it goes poorly, you're gaining the knowledge of either what did I do wrong that I want to change in my game next time? What do I need to learn more? You know, I've definitely made a lot of mistakes where it was like, whoa, that was really bad. And luckily I've had, you know, friends to kind of help guide me too in that way of, yeah, you know, this spot could have done this differently, or this would be better. I think trying to think from the strategy side. Would have been some big moments. But I think ultimately it's those moments that have strong emotions, whether it be positive or negative. So, you know, I've had a lot of final tables go really badly. And those were moments that, you know, shake you up or affect you, but I think that they ultimately make me so much stronger. And, you know, the amount of confidence that I have going into, you know, a certain final table now is much higher than it used to be. And I think it's just getting experience in poker, honestly. And I think my one biggest tip or advice that I'd say along the lines of where we're going with that conversation is just when you play poker, don't just sit and not be present with what's happening. Really think about what you're doing and why you're doing it. And I think that that goes so far in just understanding, like, how do I teach myself to solve these problems? And that you're not just playing your whole cards, if that makes sense, in the sense, you know, oh, I have pocket jacks, I'm going to raise. It's like, well, how much are you raising? Why? And I think that when I really understood how to think about the game and felt more confident in understanding that spots are going to come up and I'm not going to know what's best necessarily, but I can make the best decision and I can feel okay with that, if that makes sense. Yeah, poker's really interesting, but I think that that's definitely my biggest advice for most people. And if you play a hand that you think you could have done something differently that could yield a better result, question it, mark it down, ask friends, think about it later. I think that all the very best poker players, I saw a tweet recently, I think it was from Martin Jakobsen, where I think he posted like he was sleeping and talking about a poker hand. And I think all the best players, we're ruminating the hands we played, which to some degree is bad, but I think it's really healthy to be somewhat of a perfectionist with the hands you play. Don't just look at the hands you lose, look at the hands you win. Have, you know, how were your sizings? What could you have done differently? Did you leave chips on the table? I think just really analyzing every spot and, you know, trying to take the focus off the luck or the like outcome of hands is really big. Oh, that's awesome. Ryan says Ben CB actually has Gary V as a mental coach. Oh, cool. As he is so good at motivational advice. I will look at his content. Awesome. I'm going to put that in right now. Thank you. I love getting good recommendations and advice. Huge fan of that. Thank you. Gary V. I haven't heard of him. Oh, Gary. You know what? Maybe I have seen this guy. But that's awesome. I'm going to look that up. It's so huge. I've worked with Jared Tendler and Elliot Rowe, both of them. I work with Elliot a lot recently. And I think it's so important. You have to look at the mental side of poker. It's huge. I love that. Boss Mitch says, we never lose. We either win or we learn. Yeah, try to remember that too. It's it can be tough because even myself, I'm kind of on a downswing right now, actually. I think the last few weeks hasn't gone great. And I've put in a lot of hours. And it's like, wow, you know, I've put in, let's just say, I don't know, 150 hours and I've lost money. And it sucks. But then I just have to realize, like, wait a second, like, what can I get from this period of time? What can I learn? What can I do better? What can I change? And, you know, just constantly analyzing that. And it's just kind of how it goes. You can't always win. All right, we have 395 players left. And I'm 38. Sweet. Yeah, I love this topic too. That side of poker, I think it's cool. It's the such an important side of poker that I'm very passionate about, and I think it's what makes the difference between people who really push themselves and do well and can't. Lisa, stream. You would be amazing. I just see Lisa in the chat saying, I want to stream live. Yeah. Do it, Lisa. You would be the best. Much better than me. Yeah, Sharky Wonder, I would say, have you read The Mental Game of Poker? I definitely recommend that. It's huge. Sorry if the quality is not very good. I see people are saying that. I think it's, I don't know, not to do on my end. I think it's something with the, I don't know, the servers or Twitch. Or you know what? It could be my internet. I'm not really sure, but I'm sorry. We'll work out the kinks better for next time. And yeah, going back to Mary's question, something I always did, and I don't know if everyone else does this, but I know this has definitely been recommended and it's super basic, but when you play, to just always try to put people on hands, even when you're not in the hand. And I think, especially live poker right now, everybody like plays their hand and then they go on their cell phone and no one's paying attention, it feels like. And you're losing so much information that way. So that would be my one advice. And if you start thinking like putting pieces of the puzzle together and understanding, you know, this player bets large with good hands and small with bluffs or whatever it might be, you know, you can then kind of like categorize players too, because you definitely see that patterns within different people and recognizing patterns. But if you're not in, then you're not going to see those patterns happening. So I think that that's really key. Nash Nut asks, have I worked with Tommy Angelo? I haven't, but is there possible that I have his book? Because it sounds very familiar. I'm going to look it up right now. He might, is it the Reading Poker Tells book? I'm not sure. Let me see. No, that's Zachary Elwood. Tommy Angelo. I definitely have seen some of his content. Let's see. Oh, dog is here. Riley, come here. Hey. He was. I feel like everyone wants to see the dog, so I'm just gonna go get him really quick. Oh, and we have pocket eights. Now you can see what it's really like when I'm playing a nut soaked mix. Okay. Hi! Come here, buddy. Come here. Hi. Okay. Alright. I don't think he'll stay too long, but you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Oh, wow, Mary. I might have to ship on you. Sorry. I think she's capable of 3-betting pretty wide here. Whoa, he went down. All right, let's see if she has it. Yeah, and I feel like, you know, not everyone's going to win at poker. People are talking about being down in poker, and I think, I'll tell Mary. Pocket eights, she can see it. Sorry, nothing I can do there. But yeah, it's still, I think that poker is a really cool hobby to have, even if you don't end up being, you know, a professional poker player and super successful. That's fine. You can still, I think, take lessons from poker and apply it to your life. And I think it's just enjoyable and a really fun hobby to have. So, and challenge yourself. Hey, Queen Bee. Hey, I'm just reading the chat here. Let's see. Oh, Yoda Master sucked out. Oh, does that mean doubled up? Still in? Sick. Thanks, Space Invader. I really appreciate that. If you have any other questions, feel free while we're here. I'm happy to talk. Happy to talk poker. I'm not sure if Queen Bee's talking to me, but she's definitely the queen of Twitch too. So she might be better at figuring all this out. Oh, someone said something about David Goggins. I wanted to go back to that. I missed it. Check out Inside Quest with Tom. Oh, Inside Quest with Tom Belia. Oh, I don't know how you say that name. Interesting, I will. That's awesome, Nashnet. He was just sharing, saying that Tommy Angelo really helped him. He listened to one of his seminars and managed to quit smoking cigarettes and drinking. That's awesome. Sweet. Someone said, how can I join? I'm sorry, Reg is closed. It closed a while ago, unfortunately. But you can come next time. Yeah, the doggy. Oh, Sharky Wonder, I'm just reading your chat and you're talking about, yeah, being cooler when deep and all of that. I think a good tip I would say is before you play, like, yeah, even looking at parts of that book or just reminding yourself, like, why are you playing poker anyways? You know, it's fun. We can't expect to win all the time. And all you really can do is just play, you know, the best you possibly can and just focus on that. And sometimes taking a break is good, but I just always remind myself I have to battle through it, and all of those, you know, runs that don't turn out, I'm just one step closer to the one that will. And yeah, I mean, I love the battle of it. If it was easy and we just won all the time, we wouldn't appreciate the wins as much anyway. Do I think my game is more suited to live poker with my education background? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't. I think it honestly depends what kind of mood I'm in, because playing a lot of live poker can be pretty draining. I find for myself, I'm pretty, you know, talkative and like to be involved, and I really enjoy it. But I think that you know, there's positives to playing online too. So I like both. I think that depending the game I'm playing, I think both is quite good. I don't know. There's just pros and cons to both. Oh, someone said I look 29. I'm 30. I didn't answer that earlier. Not that I was afraid to answer, but I was just curious. Yeah, I think poker is a great hobby anyways, honestly. It's such a cool game. If you can, you know, stay level-headed about it, as we were talking before. Also, one thing I'd recommend too, that I use a lot is the Primed Mind app from Elliot Rowe, and I'll show you. Where is it? So he has little, like, for example, he has all types of different sections you can go through, but for example, one that I just listened to the other day was prepped for online MTT. So it's like a 14-minute little, I don't want to say meditation type thing, but I guess that's, I don't know how he describes it. I don't want to sell it poorly, but anyways, it's the Primed Mind app. And I really like listening to these little things before I play. It just gets you in the right mindset for playing, and I definitely think it really helps. Mary says the thing that drives me crazy is going card dead. Well, my suggestions would be honestly, look for the spots that you might be missing, that aren't obvious spots, if that makes sense. So maybe you can bluff more, for example. And just recognizing that, that's just a part of the game, and that we're all, card distribution sometimes doesn't feel fair, but it just is what it is sometimes. And I think that, just trying to win as many, small pots as you can without, having to show down big cards or something like that. I think I want to give a good answer, but I think that's kind of, don't play. Yeah, I would say it's just, maybe you're missing some spots to think about more. I'm trying to think of a good example of what that might be. Bluff spots, that you defend your big blind, and, spots to check raise light, things like that, because, versus say the button has a really wide opening range, that kind of thing. All right, let's see what's happening here. This could be a cooler. Joseph, sorry, I had it. Good game, Joseph. Thanks for playing. See, he thought I was bluffing, but you just do both. Sometimes you have it and sometimes you don't. But yeah, I think that it can be actually really dangerous if you're thinking of poker more as like, oh, I need to get good hands, and you're only thinking about that. I would say opening your game up and figuring out the small little spots, because even just winning, the little like 1.5 big blind pots, or 4 big blinds, it makes such a difference on your win rate if you can just kind of chip up consistently. And the worst thing, and I see it in a lot of players, it's like you're just waiting for a really good hand and then blinding down and then getting short stacked, and that's not, the best tournament players aren't doing that. They're putting pressure on spots where they can, and all of that. So let me just make sure I didn't miss any other questions. Sorry, I'm not very good at going through all that. So yeah, maybe, Mary, I think I would say maybe if you can find a video that talks about even short stack poker, and maybe focus on 15 big blinds to 30 big blinds. I think one thing that I found really interesting when I switched to tournament poker and really tried improving is seeing that there's so much maneuvering you can do with a short stack. And so I would say, if you feel like you're at that spot in the tournament where you're just like 20 big blinds and waiting for a hand, I would say try to find some information about how you can improve playing, 20 big blinds, 30 big blinds, and you'll see that there might be opportunities to win chips without, just relying on card distribution in your favor. I'm gonna 3-bet here. Yeah, live poker is draining, but that's the one thing. There's nothing more fun than a live final table. It's just the best. It's so fun. Going deep in a live tournament. I mean, Mary has to have a pretty good hand here to shove. How much is it going to be to call? Ugh. Let's think about what she's shoving. I mean, I think she might go with like 8s plus. We want to make sure she has pairs. We don't do too bad versus them. But if she's shoving like jacks plus, then all of a sudden it's a little different. I mean, we're not getting the worst price ever. We have chips. All right. Okay, we need a king. Oh boy. I'm sorry. Maybe she can still win. That was gross. Sorry, Mary. Thank you for playing. I feel bad. That was unlucky. You can rightfully feel tilted from that hand. But go win the 215. I hope that's going well. You're gonna win more there. But thank you so much for playing, and thanks for your great questions. I really appreciate them. If you have more, please. Let me see if I missed any other ones. Wow, I really am running hot here. Whoops. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I was talking about, that's the one thing I love about live poker is, especially tournament poker, it's just so fun. I love big main events live are so fun. They're also fun online, and then you can play multiple tables, so. Steven squeezes here. He doesn't have much behind, but we're gonna see a flop. In position, queen jack suited. Yeah, Brayjoy says he thought I was bluffing. That's fair. I mean, I would have lots of check raises there, and I would have folded anything that wasn't trips, so. Someone said he's out of the tournament, but it was very nice. Thank you. You're welcome, and thank you so much for playing. Thank all you guys for playing and coming to the chat. Participating, I appreciate it. We might make this a ritual, maybe do it once a month or something like that. So Mary says, yeah, I've been working on my blinds and the fact that card debt equals tight image. Yeah, that's true too. Can definitely maybe get away with some spots more. That's the cool thing about tournament poker. There's so much you can, it's always evolving too, you know? It's crazy. But yeah, I mentioned it before, but like Run It Once has good videos. Some of the people I really like, Sam Greenwood, I really like his videos. Daniel DeBoris. And then I was saying the Poker Code has some good videos as well. But yeah, I think it definitely is always beneficial to watch, you know, the successful people and what you're playing and learn from them. Someone said, do I listen to music? Some music when I'm playing, I guess that's what he means. Yeah, sometimes if I listen to music, I'll listen to the same song on repeat for hours. I actually think it really helps focus, and I've heard many people doing that, which is kind of interesting. So, yeah. But usually I'm listening to podcasts or nothing. I'm sorry, I feel bad for the King Queen busting Mary. Oh. Oh. I curled the run out. Wow, I'm in 7th place. This is pretty cool. I don't know. I'm actually curious. Would you guys rather see me punt or like really try to win? Can you guys answer that? I'm curious. Because I know that I'm giving, you know, there's prizes for people who bust me and everything, but I think it's kind of cool to see me play seriously versus just playing like, a, you know, not caring at all. What do you guys think? I do have some run good going. I hope I take it into tomorrow, that's for sure. Or Monday. I have day 2 of the WPT 500. That's a big one. I'm excited. And I've had some day 2s that haven't gone well, so. That's so cool that Mary got to my table. I feel bad that I really didn't want to bust you, Mary. Shoot. What are the odds that she gets to my left? It's kind of funny. Oh, that he's criticizing my call. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm getting 2 to 1. I don't know. That's a big stack. All right. Who else is in the chat that's playing? I'm curious. We have the chip leader is Dennis Lesson. I wonder if he's watching. He's 1.4 million. Wow. I'm sitting at, oh, I'm almost there. Okay. What's the most annoying part of playing live poker? Yeah, I guess maybe the speed. And I think probably the amount of effort that you have to put into, say, one tournament, potentially. Just, you know, you drive all the way to a casino, play a tournament and bust, and then, yeah, it's not fun. Oh wow, someone said they didn't even know Sam Green would make videos. Yeah, his are really good actually. I watched one recently that was, I forget what he went over, but I thought it was really good. Okay. 252, so everybody left in the money. That's pretty cool. I have a fun question. Do you consider your game to be geared more towards GTO or more exploitative? I think definitely not GTO. I think what's the perfect answer? Like to combine the two. I think that there's a lot of good information that you can get about certain spots with solvers and things like that, but I don't think it always applies. And I think that understanding the art of, you know, when to apply a theory correctly or not is very big. And I think a lot of people are driven towards solvers and things because they want a right answer, you know, like, this was correct, yes or no, or I made a mistake, yes or no. And poker is so nuanced. I think that's the beauty of poker, actually, that, you know, I might have a hand that one of my friends really likes how I played it, and then another friend thinks, oh, you know, I think you could have done X, Y, and Z, and then another friend might say, well, actually, like the solver would say, whatever. And what I think is that there's just so much nuance and interpretation, and I don't want to lose that side of the game, because I think for me, when I've tried to play in a more GTO inspired way, my results definitely don't do very well. And I think that's because there's a lot of misunderstandings of like the theories anyways. And I think that, yeah, I don't know. If I was coaching someone, I just definitely wouldn't be trying to teach them from a theoretical standpoint. I think first off is like how to think about the game and why are you doing what, and definitely, you know, playing the player and playing the spot. And, you know, it's not even as simple as if you're at a table with 8 people just looking at the hand, you know, let's say we're on a final table. Well, you can't just look at, you know, one specific hand and think, and not take into consideration, you know, maybe your position on the table, who are the other players that are there. There's so many different factors that should go into your decision making that a solver might not consider. And I don't think that those subsets of information are irrelevant. So I think it's way more complex than putting a hand in a solver. And I think, yeah, even with like ICM isn't, I think, a perfect model of how to study ICM, because again, there's just so many different factors to go off of. And I think that, to me, I love that. That's the beauty of poker, because we don't want it to be, you know, a solvable, simple game. And that's what makes poker so fun, I think. And I think the best poker players, they definitely understand that for sure. Okay. Ooh, that's an interesting river. We have some more questions there. Thanks guys. Thanks for the nice comments. There was a question I wanted to answer. Where was it? Oh, cool. Someone was just recommending a course from Michael Acevedo. I don't know how you pronounce that exactly, but he's talking about short stack play. That's really cool. I think that, Mary, that might be something to check out then. Yeah, and I think, honestly, like, we're talking about studying and getting better at the game. And I think one of the worst things, too, that a lot of people do, let's see. You can't just watch someone and try to emulate exactly what they're doing or play like somebody else will. I think the most important thing is when you're watching a video or you're watching a great player, you know, a player you respect, you need to think about why they're doing something and understand the the reasoning why they're doing that, not just I do this with this hand, if that makes sense. So I would just say to everybody, appreciate the nuance in poker and that every situation isn't exactly the same. You know, if I'm in the small blind, I might play a hand a little differently if the big blind is a pro versus that's really, so that would be a spot where, yeah, maybe Snap Shove says, or, you know, whatever, solvers say shoving 15 big blinds is plus EV with whatever hand. Well, I could argue that I think you know, either raising or limping or doing something differently might be better. So I think that people underestimate that because it's so tempting to just have an answer that's right or wrong. So yeah. Sorry, Musclehead. He's saying shh. That's awesome that you guys are playing. Thanks for everyone who played. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate everyone tuning in. And especially participating in the chat, because this is kind of what it's all about, connecting with you guys. Higgins, you ask, who's the most difficult opponent you've played? That's a good question. I guess there's a few players that come to mind for sure. Actually, Sam Greenwood, I think, is a very difficult opponent. I feel like I'll be in a hand with him and I'll check back the flop, wanting him to bet the turn, and then he'll 2x pot, and you know, he certainly just does what you don't want him to do, which is a good poker player. So I think he's really good. I think a lot of who is it? This you know, Adrian Mateos, Juan Pardo. I think Alex is really hard to play against. Stephen Chidwick. Those are people who come to mind. Oh, someone asked, have I ever played with Victoria Corin? Yeah, I played with her once. She's really neat. It was just briefly. We were at the same table in, I think it was EPT Monte Carlo. But she's really sweet and fun. Okay. Someone said I don't use solvers. No, I use solvers, but I don't. I don't let that be my only source of decision making, if that makes sense. And I think it's important to understand what your opponents are doing and what kind of information they have. So. I'm a little uncertain what people are saying in the chat. Sorry. Yeah, I'm running super hot in this. Oh, hey, Brady, thanks. Thanks for tuning in. Someone asked, would I agree that risk equals reward in poker? That's a tough question. I think it depends. I think probably the best reward in poker would be the most educated, or the risk that you're making with the most information, right? So that's what being a good poker player is about, right? Taking smart risks. So the smarter the risk, the more the reward, I guess. Someone said just busted. Aw, thanks for playing. Yeah, more luck in the 500. This is just, you know, a fun one. Let's run good tomorrow. Someone doubled. Awesome. Cool. I can't believe I'm actually in 9th place. This is kind of cool. But yeah, I've been running pretty hot. Beauty of poker tournaments. But oh yeah, I didn't really see any answers. Someone said they wanted me to play loose. But do you guys really want to see me just punt or do well and see how I do? I think it's funner to see how I do at this point, right? I don't know. Oh, that's awesome. Someone says, I don't regularly play on party, but with giveaways and running hot and no limit 5, I'm starting to build a little bankroll. Might have to look into switching. Yeah, and I think that the other thing with the giveaways is there's the, if you play cash games, the leaderboards are pretty sick, which is maybe what you're thinking of. And the one thing I'd definitely say about tournaments, and something I've noticed, and what I love most about party poker, and I'm not just saying this because I'm an ambassador, that the tournament structure on party poker is just so superior to any other site in my eyes, personally. Probably what sticks out the most is, for the most part, all the tournaments have one re-entry only. And the structure, you know, the blind levels are reasonable. It's not super turbo. Anyways, I really like the party poker structure. So I hope to guys more at party poker then. Higgins, I answered the who's the most difficult opponent. I said it was, there's a few that come to mind, but I also don't want to boost their egos and talk about that too much. So I don't know who the #1 person would be. And it's also, sometimes it's hard to play against fish. I've actually had situations where recently I was at a final table live, and there were some weaker players, and I found that really difficult too. So it depends, but my favorite live event is the World Series main event. It's a boring answer, I guess, but it's amazing. If you've ever played in it, you'll know why I'm saying that. Aw, thanks, Maj77. I appreciate that. All right. All right, guys, we're break. Be right.
Decides to, you know, again, the benefit of.
Wow, Ivy says no ICM here, pal.
I've had enough. He said, I see what you're doing. You got a big stack, and I'm gonna.
Wow. 2-1 favorite Ivy for the double up, and to take the chip lead here in our 50k short deck. Ace Queen 10, while Greenwood just flops the joint. Well, Phil, he's heroed it off, and he's been punished. He needs a king.
What an unlucky flop for Phil.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, he's got
10 or an ace for the win. King for the chop.
This is short deck.
Phil Ivy, another final table.
Greenwood being forced to sweat. Oh, it is the 10.
Wow, the hard way. Holy Ivy right there, back in the game.
Ivy. Chip
what
leader.
a hand.
Sam Greenwood putting the pressure on the medium stacks. Phil Ivy having none of it. Says, I call you with ace jack. Makes a house. Now, good luck for Field. Limps in. Sam checks back king out of clubs. Rut-row. This could be a big one, Jeff. We got top set against the nut flush draw on a pair.
Action. Top set Ivy, no big deal. What a board though. I mean, I guess for Greenwood, you know, it's a little unlucky. He's got that pair flush draw. He's got to think, you know, against the set. This is like the worst hand he could be against. Even like ace queen, his 8 would be live, but or you know, ace jack, he's got the whole shalada. But here, he's really just drawn to that flush. And for Ivy, a bit unlucky. Oh well, that actually now that is that's a sight you'd love to see if you're a Phil Ivy fan.
Quads for Ivy. Greenwood still with that nut flush draw. Remember, in this game, he's still doing okay in this
Gotta love it. Slip some rope, you know, in case some, I mean, if a flush runs out, if a club were to come, oh my goodness gracious, come on.
Wow, we have quads versus nut flush in short deck.
Wow. This is, honestly, I mean, is there any chance it doesn't?
Just goes in,
it's
right?
in. It's going in. How could it not go in?
If Ivy bets, Sam's going to raise, Ivy's going to jam.
This is insane. And Sam is thinking about Vegas and the Mirage, and this is the one that you don't get there. You're on your way and you don't get to in the door somehow. This is, I mean, there's just no other. I mean, it's just none. There's hand combination 1, right? All the other ones are houses.
Right.
But at the same time, yeah, I guess you might think Phil could have a lower flush, but a full.
Right.
You know that a full house doesn't beat.
But you're going to raise up here, and you're going to
get raised, and you maybe Phil has like the queen high or whatever, another flush. Yeah.
I mean, he's not going to like it when he gets jammed on.
He's probably. I don't even think he thinks long. And
it's 2 if you're Sam.
Yeah. So it's the biggest cooler you'll see, really.
Quads.
Wow.
Have some of that.
Got a fun week here, man.
We dragged him all the way from Florida. We've got him through Europe, and we've got him out to Russia.
Long ride.
Yeah,
definitely worth it. I do like how they do this. They build it up to 25, 50, 100s, and then the 250, and here we go.
Yeah. This could be it.
Jack 10 to King 9.
The hand, isn't it? It's just the hand.
This is the one in short deck. You just feel good with it. He can taste it, though. I mean, although massive lead, still, it's, you know, they get the first one, you start wondering what's going to happen. Nice to close it off. You can get it done right away.
And,
hello.
How's he doing with his flops?
Man.
He gets King Jack in, Ace King makes a house, gets the King 10 in, makes flops a flush, gets the Jack 10 in.
And
flops
he's got the club
straight.
covered as well. Yeah. So what, it would need a 10?
Yeah, just a 10 for a chop. Otherwise, he is going to be our first champion of the week.
Wow. Royal. Makes a royal, right?
Wow.
Ends it in style.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
All right. Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for everyone who's still sticking around. I was enjoying watching the Ivy, and funny, I was talking about Sam Greenwood, and we have a hand here. I actually have missed this footage, so I want to watch it again. I think that obviously I feel like everybody feels this way, but Phil Ivy is like one of the most enjoyable players to watch, and was obviously just such a legend of the game, I think. I love watching him play. I'm kind of happy that I don't have to play against him. So I think he would definitely be somebody who would be one of the tougher opponents to play against, for sure. Somebody asked, do I know when or will I play a live event next? I guess there's a lot going on in Vegas coming up eventually, so maybe I'll try to make it down there. I don't know. I do want to play live, so we'll see. But nothing close by that's happening. Okay, let's see what's happening. So we have 200 players left from 1450. That's awesome. Thanks again to everybody who played. This is fun. Nope, we're not gonna call that. I hope Mary's doing good in the 215. Now I think I'm gonna pull that up. I feel really bad for busting her. Let's see if I can find what tournament she's in. Now I'm Mary's fan here in poker. I'm sorry. I busted her. Let's see if I can find it. I'm curious. I think she. Oh, I hope she meant this one. Well, I pulled up the 215 bounty hunter and I see Cordy B is on the FT. I don't know Mary's. Wow. Okay, this is weird because he made it 16.5 big blinds with 33 back. I don't know if this is a misclick or not, or if he. I don't know what to do. Huh. Wow. I don't know. Did we just go with this? I mean, it can't really be a misclick. But this is very peculiar. You wouldn't really want to shove the button for 45 big blinds, right? What would you want to do that with? Maybe like a small pair, which makes me think, like, would he ever do this with ace queen or ace king? I don't think so. I guess he could. I think I'm just gonna shove. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he has like sevens. That's what I'm gonna guess he has. Or like pocket fives. I don't know. I really am not sure. We'll find out in a minute. He had pocket fours. All right, we need to hit. Uh-oh. Damn. All right, well, kind of made a good read. Like, I want to go against it if his range looks like that. Oh, well. Would have been nice to win that, but that's okay. All right, let's limp the button and see a flop. Maybe I'll get some chips back. Someone asked, what was the #1 thing that made you develop your game the most? Honestly, just playing, just putting in the time, thinking about my game, not just trying to get better and being honest with myself, honestly. I think you see a lot of people who want to blame luck, and that's like the last thing you should do in poker for sure. No, someone just asked who won the contest. That was over a while ago, and it was Mary who won. Go check out the video. It's on my Twitter page because her video was awesome. Jaffe's was hilarious too. I definitely got a kick out of that one. It made me laugh. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, that's over already. But that video was hilarious. Anyways, I'm just talking about the giveaway for the 5K main event seat, if anyone doesn't know what I'm speaking about. There was definitely a couple entries that got a lot of attention, and so someone was just asking if Jaffe's entry was going to win golf poker slots. Yeah, Nashnut says, oh, they missed registration. I'm sorry. Next time. I can't believe I lost that flip. I thought this was my tournament. I was running good. Damn. Now I'm 47th out of 195. Uh-oh. What do you guys think about this ace-jack hand? It's a weird spot. Oh, it's the 215 WPT Turbo. Thank you, Mary. I'm going to sweat you. All right. Yes, Mary's 6th out of 26 in the 215 7 max turbo. Sick. Good luck, Mary. 6,700 up top. There you go. Use your run good there. Nice. She has a good stack. 55 bigs. I like it. Awesome. No pressure. I'm just sending you good vibes. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. So how many people here are grinding tomorrow? The Sunday poker. I'm gonna take a look at what I have coming up. The big game, the big game. The WPT has some satellites going. WPT 500, I've already made day 2 finally with like a lot of bullets. They have a WPT, what is this, a 5K? 5,200, I think I'll play that. Yeah, are you guys playing tomorrow? I think, let me take a look at the lobby a bit more. I'm excited for tomorrow. Yeah, this hand. Aw. I see Mary in the chat. Yeah, exactly. You should have. I wish you would have, honestly. Yeah, you're fun. She's fun. I like her. Just looking in the chat to see what I missed here. Some people are upset they missed it. I'm sorry. Maybe we'll try to promote it a bit earlier next time to make sure nobody misses it. We'll do it again though. How much did I play when I had a job? I never really had a job. So, not a full-time job, that's for sure. Just the odd little thing. I really found poker right away after high school and then got into it. I'm curious what you meant. X let him know. Might add that to my game. I'm curious what you're talking about, actually. Okay. Oh, someone's asking for the passport. Unfortunately, oh, that's cool. Someone said they said Daniel DeVoris deposited $100 and he's built that. Yeah, I mean, into 8 figures for sure. That's awesome. Yeah, you don't need a lot of money to start out playing poker, especially now. There's so many, you know, these small tournaments that have huge prize pools and free rolls and can definitely the time and get lucky. You know, there's obviously some luck, but, you know, someone like Daniel DeVoris, he definitely works really, really hard. So he's definitely a good example of, I think he has a really strong mindset and he's very dedicated. Yeah, there's a bounty on my head. $22 ticket for whoever busts me. Wow, am I getting criticized for the ace jack? I think it's fine. See, and that's what I was saying. There's so many different opinions in poker. Someone said Jaffe's video is better, but can't go wrong with Mary. Yeah, it was a hard choice. I liked his. I'm just thinking what I want to bet here. I'm gonna go a bit bigger. I liked his. I liked Mary's. I liked It's Paydays a lot, and there's a few other people, but those are the 3 that stick out in my head. But the thing is with Jaffe is, you know, I wanted to give the seat to somebody who really appreciate it or who wouldn't necessarily get the chance to play an event like that. And the fact that maybe I'm just bitter because clearly he beat me. Either me heads up or Alex heads up. I can't even remember what he's talking about, but I know that he doesn't, you know, he's not struggling, I don't think, in poker or trying to make it up, so. No, our offices are separate. Someone asked if we're close to each other. Am I planning to play the big 11s? No, I don't plan stars anymore. I'm gonna squeeze here. Might not end very well, considering the last few hands, but let's see what happens. All right, and he leads. I guess I'll call. Just keep calling. This is an interesting run out. Can I raise here? I think I can. All right, let's just hope he doesn't have a flush. Makes a bad call with a jack or something. Oh, add the 16.5 big blind raise on the button. Yeah, no, don't do that. Yeah, Daniel's divorce is very nice. I actually got some coaching from him in the past. And his videos are good too. Yeah. All right, maybe we get some chips now. Hopefully he's got something. Ugh. It's an annoying turn. I think we just have to raise it up. Let's see. I wonder how you pronounce this guy's name. Wow. Someone was saying, yeah, the Doug Polk video about the three-handed. Ugh, I don't even want to get into that again, but yes, it was gross. That was gross. Thanks for tuning in. Someone said it's bedtime. Thanks a lot for coming. Oh, someone's still in with 70 bigs. Sweet. Oh, now we're getting the emoji game. This is interesting. We're not gonna fold just yet. We're just yet. Heart? Hey, I don't like that emoji. Don't do that. Oh, I guess we're just king. Blah. That was frustrating. Oh, and we just figured out who the new winners for this hour are of the tickets, and it's Vas503, Broadjoy, Doggy31, Rafascampos, and Smile One Time. You guys win the $11 tickets. Congrats and good luck. Okay. Wow, am I really still in 18th with 50 big blinds? No, I think it's... No, I'm in 46th. Alright, that's okay. Oh, that's cool. Someone said they got coaching from Daniel too. Yeah, he is. Definitely. He just reminds me, you know, when we were going back to the mental game of poker, he just reminds me of somebody who, I don't know, it just seems like he's never gets tilted or too emotional, I guess. He's quite robotic. But I'm sure he works on it. All right, this is definitely gonna get a bit more shallow soon. Me? Yeah. Yep. 157. I'm in. What? Okay. All right. Just curious where everyone's from on this table. Justin Hope from Canada. Some Russians. I have no. It's so crazy to me, this font. How people learn this. I guess it's just. How many letters are in the Russian alphabet? I know it's kind of a stupid question, but I'm curious. Someone's. Which hand are you guys talking about in the chat? I think it's the ace-5. Yeah, I'm gonna try to win this for what it's worth. And no, someone can call me dear, I don't mind. Just don't throw the mean emojis at me. I don't like that. Wow, this just looks like an interesting hand. Oh, Mary asked a question. She says, I didn't see it before. Thank you for asking again. I keep winning my seat into the 530, 11 to 66 to 530. Wow, that's sick. But I can't get through. I make it past late reg, but can't make day 2. I know it's vague, but suggestions. Huh. Well, for one thing, don't feel that that is always the case. And I think that sometimes if we believe like I always get unlucky or I can't do this, it can be kind of like this, I don't know, just negative attitude. So I'd say first, let's frame it a little differently. And this guy just, I mean, I guess I just have to hope he has a worse kicker with his 5, but he probably has like 6s or something. Ugh, this sucks. I mean, I raised. What is he gonna call? might fold here. Which, I mean, it's a free roll, but still. But I think once I raise, I don't see what worse fives he has, unless maybe he has king 5 suited or 5-6 suited, I guess. I just want to make sure I'm ahead of some hands, and it's like if he has 6s through whatever, 8s, and then 9x potentially. I don't know if he would snapshot that, but I don't think he has any, you know, 6-8 or 6-7 or whatever, 7-8. Let's flip a coin. I don't know. I'm gonna fold. I'm such a nit. What did you have? If you're watching, please tell me what you had. But going back to Mary, I think honestly that's, for one thing, it's probably just some amount of card distribution, and I think that's awesome that you keep winning a seat in those. Definitely the 530s are tougher as far as, like, you know, so many of those people are like experts in those games. So I do think that probably the level of play is like a little bit more difficult. And I would say, what is the, is there a certain level that you keep, is there a pattern that you see? You know, do you keep just getting losing pots, getting short stacked, and then, you know, having 10 big blinds and shoving and losing? I think just ultimately overall, like, improving your game. And from what I sense, I would just say, you know, looking into how people optimize like 30 big blind and below stacks, especially like say 15 big blinds to 30 big blinds. Maybe take a look at your game and when you're short stacked and see if there's some improvements you can make. And I think searching out, there's so many poker videos out there now, and even just watching like a replay and seeing what someone's doing, I think really helps. And, you know, you might just see like, oh, I actually can just, you know, min raise under the gun with whatever, 17 big blinds with a certain hand. Maybe you're playing too tight, potentially. I think a lot of players make that mistake of playing too tight when they only have 20 big blinds or 15 big blinds. So I would say just try to improve that and see what happens. Yeah, what streamers do I watch? I actually don't watch any streamers, really, to be honest. I think there's a lot of good ones. I just, when I'm playing, I need to be really focused, and I find it too distracting. And if I'm going to watch poker, I typically watch, like what I was saying, replays with cards up or something like that. And I just haven't gotten the habit of it. And I was saying before, I love watching podcasts or listening to podcasts, so I do that too. I just have so much poker in my life that I feel like I want to take time that's not me playing or studying to read about other things or watch about other things. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's awesome, Mary. Just don't give up. That's what I would say. And just try to, yeah, analyze those spots. And it's so hard because I don't know your game at all and I haven't seen anything. So yeah, what Nashonaut was saying, like the players at the 500s, maybe also one thing is being selective of, if I don't know if you can actually, but if you can pick playing a 500 on a day where there's more players or where the fields are a little softer, like I'm sure you know who the really tough regs are now. So playing the ones that are the softest are definitely going to be the way to go too. Oh, that's cool. Someone said they grew up 10 minutes from Alex. I like that area where he's from. It's really nice. Thanks, guys, for the good luck. I'm getting short now. 70 of 134. Mary, when did you start playing poker? I'm curious because I feel like I seen you a lot on the tables this year, but I haven't before that. Oh, that's interesting, Nashonaut. I think just experience, and I think if you're having confidence issues, I think that doing the like prime mind, positive mindset, like training stuff is really good. Oh boy, here we go. I'm not just gonna call this time versus him because obviously my hand's a little too weak, but I'm not gonna be folding. I think I'm just gonna raise and see what happens. Okay, this is not what I wanted to happen. All right, well, that sucked, but now we can see what we can do with this. I think also just understanding that, you know, people tend to think that like the top pros are, I don't know the right word. Sorry, one sec. Oh, I love what the Chowdster said in the chat. Recording yourself and talking through hands is big too. Then rewatch and hold yourself accountable. I think that's amazing advice. That's actually something I do, is record my sessions. And I think when you watch it back after, when you actually have time to analyze hands and maybe you have somebody you can look over the hands with, I think it's just such a good learning tool. And then I would say to Nox fan, he's saying that it sounds like he was nervous when he played higher tournaments, would play bad because he's nervous. Yeah. Once you realize exactly it's just poker, you have to literally, you know, when you're playing higher buy-in, it doesn't make a difference to how you'll play the game. Like that shouldn't change your strategy. It's just that you might win or lose more money, and just don't think about that. So as long as you're playing within your, you know, bankroll, this might be good game me. Yes, it is. That's sad. I'm actually sad. All right, guys. Well, that's it. But what I was saying, I'll finish my point, is, yeah, as long as you're, you know, practicing proper bankroll management, you need to get all of those psychological barriers that come up when you move up stakes out of the way and just realize it really is just poker. And even if you're playing versus the best person in the world, there's still just a player with 2 cards in any given hand. So I think that's something you can get over. You just, yeah. Anyways, wow, and now the dog's really going crazy. 1 second. Okay, sorry. Yeah, thanks everyone who came, and thanks everyone who played. Good luck. You guys are awesome, and let's see how many players are left. I want to see I got 129. All right, well, good luck to everybody. I'm glad that everyone who's still left is walking away with something, and that was fun. Thanks for everyone tuning in. I hope next time, see you guys in the chat, on the tables. Good luck, everybody, and thank you so much. Thanks for everyone who participated in the chat and the tournament. Thanks, guys.